This is AI Command App News. Here's what moved the AI world and the markets in the last 24 hours. The biggest story today starts with a kill switch. On Friday, Anthropic cut off worldwide access to two of its frontier models, Fable 5 and Mythos 5, after the White House moved to place export controls on them. According to The Verge and the Wall Street Journal, the directive was triggered in part by cybersecurity research from Amazon and a series of conversations between Amazon CEO Andy Jassy and Washington. Politico described it as a whirlwind 24 hours that ended with the federal government slapping export controls on one of the most important AI companies in the country. Here's why it matters. Thousands of businesses build products directly on top of hosted frontier models. When access to two of them can be switched off over a single weekend by a mix of government policy and a competitor's lobbying, every company downstream inherits that risk. TechCrunch reports the fallout is already global, running a piece titled, "As Anthropic Suspends Access to New Models, India Debates Its AI Future." For business leaders, the takeaway is blunt. Model access is now a geopolitical variable, not just a line item. If your operation depends on one provider's cloud, your roadmap can be rewritten by a phone call you're not on. Story 2. Meta. A year ago, Mark Zuckerberg lured Alexander Wang to run a new AI strategy and kicked off a massive spending spree. CNBC's verdict today is harsh. The results so far are underwhelming, and now it's Zuckerberg's job to sell it. At the same time, Wired is reporting open dysfunction inside Meta's new AI unit, and TechCrunch says Meta is moving to unwind its $2 billion Manus acquisition after Beijing ordered the deal reversed. Why it matters for investors. Meta has poured enormous capital into catching up in AI, and the market is starting to ask what it's actually getting back. A $2 billion deal being unwound under pressure from Beijing is also a reminder that cross-border AI M&A now carries political risk on both sides of the Pacific. Story 3, and this one's about market euphoria. SpaceX completed its blockbuster IPO. After its NASDAQ debut on Friday, the business angle, a $2 trillion valuation on comparatively modest revenue, tells you how much of today's market is pricing the future, not the present. That same optimism is flowing into AI infrastructure in space. It's a powerful tailwind and a reminder of how far sentiment can run ahead of fundamentals. Story 4. Trust and regulation are catching up to the hype. TechCrunch reports KPMG pulled a published report on AI usage after it was found to contain apparent hallucinations, one of the world's largest advisory firms retracting its own work because the AI made things up. Separately, OpenAI now faces an investigation from multiple state attorneys general, with questions reportedly spanning ad policies and the handling of health data. For any business deploying AI, this is the compliance bill arriving. Unverified AI output is now a documented reputational risk, and how providers handle your data is moving from fine print to subpoena. And quickly, the market backdrop. CNBC says the week ahead opens what it's calling the Kevin Warsh era, with the S&P 500 and NASDAQ bouncing off their 50-day moving averages. Savers can still find high-yield accounts near 4.1% APY, and the Strait of Hormuz remains closed after 100 days. Yet oil prices have stayed stubbornly contained. So here's your bottom line for today. AI dependence is now a geopolitical risk. Big spending doesn't guarantee a payoff. Valuations are pricing optimism, not earnings. And the cost of getting AI governance wrong just got real. The through line. Control of your own infrastructure, your own data, and your own provider choices is no longer a technical detail, it's a business strategy. That's your AI news for today from AI Command App. We'll see you tomorrow.